Hello ladies and gents, it's Hagbard Celine here on another beautiful afternoon, and today I will be covering the entirety of a video that a fellow YouTuber named Critical covered a portion of. He covered approximately 3-5 minutes of it, but the rest of the video explains itself in explicit detail, and I think we could all benefit from seeing it. The reason I've chosen to do this at all is one of my major joys in life is stand-up comedy. And one of the things that stand-up comedy cannot function under is censorship. And this is a gentleman directly attacking stand-up comedy and advocating for censorship, which to me is essentially unacceptable. So, without further ado, the video. Yes, the offensive nature of most supposed comedy today, and his stylistic approach will be protest chanting. Yes, he's establishing his hipster cred.
This is going to be the first demonstration of reverse heckling activism. We're going to...
Yes, reverse heckling activism.
An open mic at what many would consider to be an established comedy club.
What many would consider to be an established comedy club, but he's so anti-establishment, he can't even acknowledge the fact that this has been around and is a regular stomping ground for local stand-up comedians. No, he's too edgy for that.
I'm going to sign up as if I'm participating as a comedian.
So you're gonna lie.
And when it's my turn, I'm going to proceed to heckle, protest, and show opposition.
You're going to scream at the audience. Just wait. Just wait.
Toward a broad topic related to the event.
Just a broad topic.
Which is the offensive nature of most supposed comedy today.
Yes, the offensive nature of comedy today.
This will include chanting some powerful phrases.
Much phrases of power to be had here.
As well as exposing the oppressive ideas and practices that are commonly utilized in these settings.
By the way, he does go into detail on this. Trust me, it's a lot crazier than you'd think.
So, this particular haven for insensitivity is about to be disturbed.
This haven for insensitivity must not last.
One at a time. Also, I hope this can serve as a blueprint for others who might have similar convictions but need help in conceptualizing how to make their voice heard.
Oh, we can only hope. Really, we can only hope to get more and more of you lunatics popping up at stand-up comedy events. Please, it would be great fun for us all. Oh, here we go. Watch, he gets intimidated. This is gonna be good. Yes, I'm not reading this. My audience can do so.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, I'ma fuck you up. That wasn't. He meant verbally.
Just play along. If you don't know the rule.
Dude, it's not him, it's his fourth week.
Cool. Is this your fourth week? Is his fourth week?
No, your fourth week.
Yeah, it's my fourth week. I'm just an angry black guy. I'm the only black guy in here. So I deserve it if you're not gonna answer me. You speak English?
It's probably mad or something.
It's mad. I don't like him. Alright.
That was the physical threat he received there, I guess. Somewhere in there was a physical threat.
Alright, where was I at? You know why I don't catcall? I'm gonna talk to you anyway. Pretend like you answer me. It's because I feel like it's karma for when I try to ask white people for directions.
Is that it? Obviously, this is only his fourth week.
There are a couple of things I would like to point out.
Okay, now it's an old-timey recording for some reason. I have no idea why, but trust me, this is where he lays out his manifesto against stand-up comedy.
Aside from threatening me with physical violence,
Which didn't happen.
You don't know the rule?
Yes.
As if to imply there is a rule.
There are.
That when a quote-unquote comedian attempts to engage with you, you have to respond.
Yes, now trust me, no matter how crazy you think this is going to be, it's going to be worse.
Why?
Why?
To help facilitate your own ridicule?
Yes.
When they employ this tactic, Their objective is transparently obvious.
It is. It's
Remember,
engagement.
They are not on your side.
Why
They
are
will
there
use anything
sides?
that you say to try to insult you and put you down.
It's like you don't
So
understand
when you
what's
find
happening.
yourself in this situation, and you do as I did, suddenly you are in control.
You weren't, though.
You can leave them waiting for a response which never comes. And then
Remember, this guy's just out wandering around with us. We all occupy the same planet as this gentleman.
they have nothing.
He's dealing with the power plays of stand-up comedy. That's where we are right now.
Additionally, it is the policy of many of the venues which host these types of events that heckling is not allowed, as was the case here.
Yes, now that we've defined all that, drop that foot.
Therefore, I find this notion that one must respond from the audience when addressed somewhat contradictory, as well as illustrative of another one of their tactics. So I must respond to your...
Yes, he's viewing all of this through the lens of an activist. Remember, this person that's speaking, in their brain, is an activist fighting against the injustices of stand-up comedy. Just please keep that in mind.
prompt. But what about after you respond to that? Must I respond then as well? Or is that when what I say becomes heckling and therefore disallowed? It seems to me that the quote-unquote comedian gets to decide in fascistic fashion.
In fascistic fashion, the stand-up comedian gets to decide whether you're working with his bit or not. Yes. That's entertainment, friend. Sorry.
When the responses you've been pressured into giving go from expected participation to disallowed heckling.
Imagine being this self-centered and socially retarded.
That is why in cases such as these, I believe it best to remain silent.
How deep. How very, very deep. After some time, it became my turn to take the stage. People had been given notice they were on deck, but when I was told this, the person ahead of me had left. So all of a sudden, I was called to the stage without that extra time to prepare. Oh, so you're gonna preface this with why you're shit. Okay. Not necessary, because you're just gonna be obviously shit. Yes, Year Mankind, Reverse Heckling Activism. This is the video that drew me to this. This is the one Critical covered.
No, I
The cringe is real.
will not shake your hand! I refuse to be complicit in this charade! Sorry, not funny! Sorry, not funny!
Yes. He is just screaming on stage now. That's what he's decided is okay.
Sorry, not funny! Sorry, not funny! Your hate is a reflection of yourself!
Your hate is a reflection of yourselves. Because to a stand-up comedian, the fact that they're self-loathing is going to be a revelation? Is that what you're expecting? Because it's not. Most of them are well aware of that. I'd like to think this man is a parody. I really would. Down to the fact that he's even got a pocket protector. Just to note, it's frightening how much of a joke this should be, and yet how much of one I don't think it is.
Your hate is a reflection of yourself! Insults are violence!
He is
Insults
shaking
are
like a
violence! And the cultural mechanism of desensitization!
Insults are violence, and the cultural mechanism of desensitization. This is real. I don't know if he's even if he is joking, he's expressing real sentiments that exist. People think this, and people would behave this way. I'm still not sure if it's a Poe, though.
And the cultural mechanism of desensitization! And the sadistic perpetuation of the anything goes mentality!
And the sadistic perpetuation of the anything goes mentality, which is stand-up comedy. So basically what you're saying is we need to crank it all back.
And the sadistic perpetuation of the anything goes mentality! Labeling an insult a joke is merely a cover for allowing discrimination
Yes. Do you see, we're straight out talking social justice points here. We're straight up saying that jokes are violence. That allowing these jokes to exist and then saying, hey, come on, dude, it was a joke, is covering up for discrimination and hate. He's saying actual talking points.
We have deluded ourselves to the point where many actually believe that joking about horrible occurrences of death
That woman is leaving, and understandably so.
and suffering or associating someone with these is funny. This is absurd and it is damaging. It is the epitome of perversity.
Yes, this is the den of perversity.
But it's what I come to expect to find in these notorious havens for the pervasive, damaging, anything goes mentality. A conclave of mudslingers, a gathering of fools.
Literally what they are, and know they are. You know that, right? You're kind of pissing into the wind here.
Sorry, not funny. Sorry, not funny. Sorry, not funny. Sorry,
Just chanting, sorry, not funny now? Okay.
not funny.
These are the standard tactics, though. This isn't unusual.
Your hate is a reflection of yourself. Your hate is a reflection of yourself. Insults are violence.
Insults are violence! No, they're just not. Yes, you see? The host attempts to interrupt and heckle me, thereby defying his own rules. I refuse to give in and continue to speak the truth.
The majority of you look for approval by using words that cut. Some of you, I'm sure, even label your material as purposely offensive.
Yes, because not everyone is a Nancy bitch like you.
A narcissistic gloating exercise arising out of your irreverent callousness.
That is exactly what you're doing to these people, who some of which are dealing with serious issues through comedy, and assisting others who have serious issues and dealing with them through comedy, usually when most of these other avenues have failed. But no, please continue to berate the clowns.
Unacceptable material has become the norm.
Unacceptable material has almost always been the norm. Since Shakespeare, friend.
This sickness has taken over to the point where aspiring comedians think they must do this sort of thing in order to succeed. Like,
Yes, mind you, this man wanted to be a stand-up comedian and failed because he couldn't be quote-unquote edgy enough. So now we're here. Those that fail berate those that succeed like this. This is pretty standard, and I think it is indicative of many of the people who behave this way.
the individual who insulted feminists and referred to school shooters, the individual who insulted those who speak Arabic, the individual who referred to war.
Yeah. Again, this is Poe level. This is the ultimate in Poe level. I'm not sure. I'm just not. I want to believe. I'd like to think that this is a real human, and I'd like to be able to laugh. 'Cause if it's a bit, it's too close.
If the audience members are too afraid to call out blatantly unacceptable jokes, at the very least, they cannot laugh. The moment we bail out the comedian by succumbing to conformist chuckling, we fail in our
Conformist chuckling. That was the phrase he just used.
duty to uphold justice. Certain topics should be off limits.
Certain topics should be off limits. Not as defined by the audience and their inherent reactions, but as strictly imposed upon them by their moral superior.
From undesirable comments due to the overwhelming amount of impact they can have.
I mean, maybe this is the reactionary Sam Hyde. Maybe this is someone seeing Sam Hyde do the other bit and go this way with it. I don't know, who knows?
But we must not allow unjust discrimination based upon arbitrary characteristic distinctions. Satire can be damaging. It is not exempt from criticism. If what you say is inherently offensive, context is irrelevant.
Fantastic. Context is irrelevant.
Context is irrelevant. If your only retort is that they are only jokes, I will have you know, your intention is irrelevant. Your intention is irrelevant.
What a spaz.
And to those who yearn to make a difference in combating against the cultural mechanism of desensitization in our society, I say, the time is now to influence the conversation.
Rise up and do not laugh at comedians. The revolution is now.
The time is now to cultivate greater levels of civility in our discourse. The time is now to
That's funny because it's not what you're doing here.
bring about lasting change in our society. We cannot continue to deny the foundations upon which our society is built. The power must be shifted back to the proponents of peace and truth, away from the harbors of negativity, away from the harbors of negativity.
They sound so much like the lunatic fringe Christians I grew up listening to.
What you say, I will respond. Sorry, not funny. Sorry, not funny. Sorry, not funny. Sorry, not funny. Your hate is a reflection of yourself. Your hate is a reflection of yourself. Insults are violence. Insults are
Lovely.
violence.
Have you blown your load now, friend?
I will leave now. I
Good.
made my point.
We'd all like you to leave.
As a reverse handling activist, I choose to wait until I have the floor to show you respect in my part, which is not required. What I ask is that you consider what you've heard, understand the effects your words can have on others. Unacceptable material must be heckled. Do not allow insensitivity to go unchallenged. End this masquerade.
And he's out. And you see, a little piteous applause.
Are you
Maybe.
gonna kill us? 'Cause
Valid question.
Right.
You are acting like a complete lunatic. That is a 100% valid question.
Is he here?
Is he here?
Okay, I'll just say it. I'll say that anybody. I feel like the white guy. I feel like he's taking his anger a lot more seriously than he should, right? And I feel like whatever. I feel like
Oh, and the host pivots like a fucking pro. That's it. I don't want to watch the rest of this guy's video, frankly. I just wanted to show you this, and I want my audience to decide. Do you think this was a Poe? Do you think that he was doing a bit, or do you think he legitimately thought that it's even remotely possible that through what we just saw, he's going to change stand-up comedy and make it safer and nicer? Which, by the way, is already a whole genre of stand-up comedy that's fairly clean. It's not unusual. You don't have to listen to people that are particularly offensive. You know that, right? You know there is a multitude of stand-up comedians out there for you. Not everyone's Bill Burr. Not everyone's Daniel Tosh. It's fine, really. But that's it for me, ladies and gents. I hope you've enjoyed this little taste of madness. Every now and then I like to drag one of these kind of videos to the surface to reveal to you guys because, well, they amuse me, and occasionally they allow me to reveal a personal interest of mine, and I get tons of questions about that. So, thanks for being here, everyone. Stay safe. Good luck. Goodbye.